Namaste to everyone. I welcome you all in my YouTube video channel. Today I will deliver lecture on mathematical logic, lecture number 8, which will include the terms premises, argument and conclusions. Now we define premises. The given set of statements is called premises or hypothesis. Second is conclusion. The statement derived from the given set of statements is called conclusion. Argument. An argument is a process by which a conclusion is derived from a given set of statements. Now we define valid argument. An argument is said to be valid argument if and only if the conjunction of premises implies conclusion. We may write this as let P1, P2, Pn be the given statements or premises, and let R be the conclusion. Then conjunction of premises P1 conjunction P2 conjunction conjunction Pn implies R, the conclusion, is a tautology. Here we have used this arrow. In previous lectures we have used arrow like this. So meaning of these two be the same. So we have not be confused. An argument which is not valid is called a fallacy. The argument is not valid, we say it a fallacy. The valid argument is written as, first we write P1, then P2, then Pn, one line, then R. We write valid arguments in this way. Now we give an example. Prove that the following argument is valid. Statement P implication Q, and then conclusion Q. The validity of argument is examined by constructing the truth table of compound statement P conjunction P implication Q and implication Q, and if we get this as a tautology, then the argument will be a valid argument. Now we write here P and Q. So then P implication Q, then P conjunction P implication Q, then P conjunction P implication Q implication Q. So P implication Q. In implication we know that TF then F. Here TF then F. No TF, no TF. So the will be T. Here conjunction P conjunction P implication Q. P conjunction P implication Q. In conjunction both T then T. Both T then T. Not both T, not both T, not both T. Then it will be F. Now P conjunction P implication Q. Implication Q. Here this and this column. If first we take this column, TF then F. TT. No T, no T, no T. So no F, all are T. So this is a tautology. Last column gives all truth values T. So it is a tautology, hence the given argument is a valid argument. This problem is a valid argument. This valid argument is one kind of rule in mathematical logic. This rule is called rule of detachment or modus ponens. According to this rule, P implication Q, conclusion is Q, is a valid argument. Now we shall give another example. Prove that the following argument is valid. P implication Q, Q implication R, conclusion is P implication R. The validity of the argument is examined by constructing the truth table of the compound statement P implication Q, conjunction Q implication R, and implication P implication R, and if we get tautology from this compound statement, then the argument will be valid argument. Here P, we have constructed this truth table and we have assumed that P implication Q, conjunction Q implication R equal to S, P implication Q, conjunction Q implication R, implication P implication R equal to capital R. Here we have constructed the truth table. We have given the different truth values of PQR, TTT, TTF, TFT, TFF, FTT, FTF, FFT, FFF. Now P implication Q, P implication, in implication TF then F, TF then F. So here we see TF, here TT, TT, TF, then F, here TF, then F, here no T in first column. So these will be TT, T, T, T. Q implication R, Q implication R, TF, here TF, then F, here TF, then F, and other will be T. Now P implication R, PR, TF, here TF. So we write here F, TT, TF, then F, here no T, so this will be T. S, S is conjunction of P implication Q and Q implication R. In conjunction both T, then T, both T, then T, both T, we have to find both T, here both T, then T, here both T, then T, here both T, then T. So other will be F. R, R is, this is S implication P implication R, S, P implication Q, conjunction Q implication R is S. S implication P implication R. So here we have to find T and here F, then F. T T T T T T F F T T T T T T, no T F. Then will be T. So we get the result R, not necessary to take this. This is S implication P implication R is R. So we get tautology. So we get tautology here. Hence the argument is valid argument. This problem is a valid argument. This valid argument is one kind of rule in mathematical logic. This rule is called law of syllogism. According to this law, P implication Q, Q implication R, then conclusion P implication R is a valid argument. General methods to check the validity of arguments. We have three methods. Method 1, validity by using truth table. In this method, we construct a truth table as follow: P1 conjunction P2 conjunction Pn implication R, where P1, P2, Pn are premises, given premises, and R be the conclusion. If this is a tautology, then our argument is a valid argument. Method 2, validity by using simplification methods. In these methods, we convert all implication P implication Q equivalent to the statement negation P disjunction Q. We know that P implication Q equal to negation P disjunction Q, and simplifying P1 conjunction P2 conjunction Pn implication Q. If we get the final result T, then we say that the argument is valid argument. Now we solve a problem on the basis of method 2, that is by simplification method. Problem is P implication Q, Q implication R, conclusion R. We may write this argument as a compound statement. P conjunction P implication Q, conjunction Q implication R, and implication R. Here this implication Q means negation of this disjunction R. We have formula P implication Q equal to negation of P disjunction Q, and we have taken here. Now negation here, negation of this conjunction this. So by De Morgan's law, negation of this part, disjunction, negation of this part. Now here also P conjunction P implication Q and outside negation. So again by De Morgan's law, negation P disjunction, negation of P implication Q, value of P implication Q is negation P disjunction Q. Here disjunction, negation of, here negation, Q implication R. Again we apply here Q implication R means negation of Q, disjunction R. So here we write negation of P, here disjunction. Again we apply De Morgan's law here. Negation P means P. Disjunction negation Q. Here disjunction. Here also we apply De Morgan's law. Negation Q, conjunction negation R. Negation Q means Q. Here disjunction R. Here we take the distributive law. Distributive law. Negation P, disjunction P, conjunction negation P, disjunction negation Q. Here we take, here we see that disjunction. So associative law. Here we have used associative law. Here disjunction Q, conjunction negation R, disjunction R. Now negation P, disjunction P is T. Here we have written T. Conjunction negation P, disjunction negation Q. Then disjunction. Here we write distributive law. Use distributive. Q, disjunction R. Conjunction negation R, disjunction R. Negation R, disjunction R is T. Here T conjunction this means this. Disjunction Q, disjunction R, this is T. In conjunction this will be Q, disjunction R. Now here we see that all are disjunction. So we may use the associative law. Negation P, disjunction, negation Q, disjunction Q, and here disjunction R. Negation Q, disjunction Q is T. Here disjunction, in disjunction with T is T. Negation P, disjunction T is T. Disjunction R. Disjunction with T is T. So ultimately we get result T. So argument is a valid argument. Now our method 3 is validity by using rules of inference. The most frequently used rule of inference are: number 1, rule of detachment or modus ponens. Number 2 is the law of syllogism. Now we solve a problem. Verify the validity of argument by rule of inference for the following argument. Argument is given that P implication Q, Q implication R, and conclusion R. We have to verify whether it is a valid argument or not with the help of rule of inference. Answer. Firstly given P implication Q. This is a premise. This is also a premise. We take two premises and we make a conclusion. by modus ponens we will get P implication P implication Q is Q conclusion. This is a conclusion by modus ponens. Or law of detachment. Now we have another statement or premise Q implication R. This is a premise. Now with the help of two premises by modus ponens we will get this is conclusion R. This is conclusion, a conclusion by modus ponens. So ultimately we get R, here also R. So it is a valid argument. So it is a valid argument. Proved. Problem we will solve. Verify the validity of the argument by rule of inference for the following argument: P implication Q, R implication negation Q, and conclusion P implication negation R. We have to verify the validity of this argument by law of inference. Firstly, we solve this premise: R, since R implication negation Q, this equal to negation R disjunction negation Q. This equal to, by commutativity, negation Q disjunction negation R. Negation R. This equal to Q implication negation R. We may use this in second row. This is first row, this is second row. Therefore, P implication Q, R implication negation Q, P implication negation R is written as P implication Q, Q implication negation R, and by syllogism P implication negation R. This is by syllogism. Proved. Now we solve a problem. Problem is, given the following statements as premises, all referring to an arbitrary meal. Number A, if he takes coffee, he does not drink milk. Number B, he eats crackers only if he drinks milk. Number C, he does not take soup unless he eats crackers. Number D, at noon today he had coffee. Whether he took soup at noon today, question is. If so, what is the correct conclusion? Now we will have to solve this problem. First we make premises or simple statements. Now here he takes coffee. Now P is the statement, he takes coffee. He does not drink milk. Q is the statement, he drinks milk. Next, he does not take soup. He takes unless he eats cracker. He eats cracker. Statement R. He takes soup. Statement S. These are the premises. Now we set the implication connective. If he takes coffee means P. Implication, he does not drink milk. Q is negation Q, he does not drink milk. This is from condition A. Condition B, he eats crackers only if he drinks milk. R is the, he eats cracker only if drinks milk. Milk means statement Q. By condition C, he does not take soup unless he eats cracker. Unless he eats cracker means he does not eat cracker. He does not take soup. Means negation of R, implication negation of S. D number, at noon today he had a coffee. Coffee, statement P. We will have to solve these conditions with the help of law of inferences. Now here P implication negation Q. We need here negation Q. So firstly we solve this R implication Q. R implication Q is negation R, disjunction Q. By commutativity, Q disjunction negation R. Now we change it in implication. Negation Q, implication negation R. So in place of R implication Q, we will put negation Q, implication negation R. So from first two rows, we get P implication negation Q, and for this we write negation Q, implication negation R. By syllogism, we get P implication negation R. From C, condition C, negation R implication negation S. Now again by syllogism, P implication negation S. From D we have P. So we may write first P and next P implication negation S. By modus ponens we get negation S. So negation S. S is the statement he takes soup. Negation S means he does not take soup. So negation S is the conclusion, he will not take soup at noon today. This is the ultimate conclusion. Now we solve a problem so that the following argument is a valid argument. Premise P, next premise P, conjunction Q, implication R, disjunction S. Premise Q, negation R, conclusion S. We will have to examine whether it is a valid argument or not. We may write the argument by changing the order. Here P, here Q. We may write P, next Q, next this, next negation R. First, now we work to solve this. First we take two premises P and Q. Then conclusion will be P conjunction Q. This is conclusion because P conjunction Q implication P conjunction Q is a tautology. Now from two rows we get P conjunction Q. Next we write P conjunction Q implication R disjunction S. Here by modus ponens the conclusion will be R disjunction S. These two premises be same, so this will be the conclusion. Now next our negation R. So we have to make this as negation R. R disjunction S equal to negation R implication S. So in place of R disjunction S we write negation R implication S here. This R disjunction S negation R is written as this. Now we may change the order. First we may write negation R, next row negation R implication S. So by modus ponens we may write negation R implication S. This is S. So S is the conclusion. So we get the conclusion S. So the argument is a valid argument. Now we describe a shortcut method to check the invalidity of an argument. If for one particular object the statement is false, then such a proof is called a proof by counter example. Example here. One example, by an example we shall show this. Prove that the statement is if n is an integer, then n square minus n plus 41 is a prime number. This is the statement. This statement is false. We have to prove. Now we need only solution. Now we need only one particular case for which the statement is false. If we put n equal to 41, here 41 square minus 41 plus 41. 41 cancel, only remains 41 square, which is not a prime number, hence the statement is false. Thanks for watching my video. If you are satisfied with my presentation and contents, then please click on like button and do subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.